Sometimes even the most well laid out plans don't happen. And why? Well, a wrench gets thrown into the works. If you take a look, this tire is pointed that way just a little bit, where this one is pointed that way just a little bit. I want you guys to watch what happens when I steer this Poulan Pro. So obviously there's a problem. Well, what has happened? Well, it seems the spindle weld has come loose from the pitman arm that allows it to steer. Now the funny thing was, it steers fine because that tire wants to follow the motion of the tractor, but I certainly can't let that go. What I had planned on doing was getting started on a woodworking project for my ex-wife, my daughter's mom, and that obviously has got to wait because this has got to be put to work today. I've got 3 acres and my lovely daughter absolutely loves mowing the lawn with this lawn tractor, so we're going to jack the front end up, pop that spindle off and that pitman arm off, see where our weld broke. I've already got the welder sitting out here. Got my auto darkening helmet behind that knee pad on the bottom of Big Red. We're going to commence to welding that back up so that we can put this old girl back in service. Excuse me, young girl compared to the rest of the clan here. So stay tuned. We're going to tear this thing apart, see what we can do. No interest in helping me work on the Poulan. That's alright. I'll tear into it on my own. Now that we've got it in the air, I can show you guys what I'm talking about. If I take a hold of the wheel and move the wheel, we can see that the pitman arm has come loose from the spindle. That spindle does a whole lot of moving without that pitman arm. So let's bust her off, see what we got. Got a little C-clip on top here that we need to get off. Let's get the grease wiped off real good so we can see what we're doing. Quite simply, to get those little guys out, just get a screwdriver in there. Give it a twist. And you should be able to pop that little C-clip out. The hood's kind of getting in my way here. Get the right tool for the job, huh? Get the right tool for the job. Don't be using your expensive screwdrivers when you got tiny little pry bars, and that's what their job is to take care of jobs like this. Okay, got that C-clip moved out. Now before I drop that completely off and the spindle falls on me, we'll come back and take the tie rod off. Just a 9/16 bolt. Let's get it. That tire really goes over a long ways. And we're using the new Protos. Love these things. Nice long handles on them. Plenty of leverage. Uh-oh. Now we're just spinning the top of the ball joint right there, so we need to get another wrench. This is what you call prepared, huh? Looks like 1/2 inch. Let's see if I'm right. Hey, now this is just a Stanley. Let's just do a quick comparison here. You can see we've got just a little bit of a length advantage. Now the old set that I had in here, my blue Craftsman Special Edition set, the Stanleys here were actually longer. So that's why I opted to bring the Protos out here and put the blue Special Edition Craftsman's, which by the way I got on clearance at Sears. One of the few sets of tools that I bought brand new. Got those at Sears. Oh wow, it has to have been probably 7-8 years ago, for 30 bucks. It was a $70 set. Anybody who gets these directional ratcheting slightly offset heads knows they don't come cheap, no matter who makes them. So getting a hold of them cheap is awesome. And I got that blue set for 30 bucks. Then of course I told you guys a story about the Proto set that I got for 30 bucks also, with a little trade. And what I traded there was a set just like that blue set, the blue limited edition set. Looks like I've kind of lost my dust cover, but that's alright. It's a lock nut, so it's tight all the way. Anyway, the set that I traded in was just like the blue limited edition, only it was just a standard chrome, high polished chrome set of Craftsman's, and those came from a toolbox buy. And the toolbox buy was let's get that sucker out of there. Come on up and out. There we go. The clip decided to go ahead and come off, and it hid right on over here. Come here, clip. Okay, there's your clip. And I'm going to go ahead, just so that I don't lose it, stick it right back in the groove here and clip it in. Maybe. There it goes. Pop that out. And we did. That's all we did, was we just broke a weld. So I'll get this up on the bench. I'll show you. Hang on. Got these nice little dust caps on everything. They do a pretty good job. Just have another C-clip in here that we need to pop out. And usually I keep a screwdriver over here on the machinist's workbench, but we don't have it, so I'll just use this little guy here. Get that clip off. And in this case, we're just going to drop that clip in there, grab the washer, set the washer in there so that everything stays together, and we'll set this safely out of the way. Oh, we've got another washer. Set that one in there. And that's the end of the washer. So now we can pull this shaft on out. Set the wheel aside. Now, here we go. This is all that happened. Got a little bit of dust here. And I'm glad I caught this. I noticed the wow, squeak squeak. Allergies. I noticed the other day that I had a little bit of play in it, and it was kind of a weird play. It just seemed like the steering was slow to respond, and this certainly answers the question why. So if we look here, you can see that weld right there has given way. So all we're going to do, we're going to wire brush this real good so we've got a good contact point, and we'll weld it again. And let's see, how does that go in there? Alright, that's a safe area where I can go ahead and weld all the way around, and I think that's what I'll go ahead and do, is I'll clean all that up, just weld it all the way around. My only concern is I've got just a little bit of angular play here, but I think if I start welding correctly where it originally was, I should be able to maintain that angle. But after we get this finished, we'll throw her back on, put her to the test, and see how well the repair worked. So stay tuned. Let's get the welder and everything going. Be back. Compressor should be about ready to kick on. That pretty clean. It's almost like it's powder coated. That stuff doesn't want to come off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my little, there goes the air compressor, grab my little angle grinder so that I can get in here and grind down where the existing weld is. I'll move the camera over so you guys can see that area a little better and show you what I'm going to do. Make a little V groove in there so I get good penetration. Hang on.